When it comes to driving, it only takes a second to get distracted, which is why Safe Communities and Young Drivers Canada have teamed up to turn the Station Mall parking lot into a driving course, giving participants the opportunity to learn firsthand how hard it is to drive while being distracted.
We're having participants go through a course and they are being distracted by various events that we're creating for them. And it's a timed route, and they are being asked to count backwards by fives. They are being asked to text while they're driving, and they're also trying not to knock over cones. And so when they do the route with all of these distractions, they then do a second route where they do it without the distractions, and we're just showing how difficult it is to drive distracted.
The course is designed to explore the different types of distracted driving that exists.
Okay, so there are three types of distracted driving. There's cognitive distractions, and this is probably one of the worst distractions that are out there because it's just not paying attention to what you're doing. Another kind of distraction is manual distraction, so that involves things like turning the radio station up or grabbing for your lunch in the seat beside you, or maybe even putting makeup on while you're driving. The third kind of distraction is visual distraction, so being distracted by looking at something.
One of the participants in the course was the Sault Ste. Marie Police Chief, Robert Keach.
I mean, it was interesting. It just reinforces, I think, what we all know, that when you add an additional component to just basically driving, it decreases your ability to concentrate and your ability to effectively drive a vehicle. And it was reinforced very strongly through going through the course and being asked to count back by fives from 995. Something that should be very, very simple becomes difficult and then compounds the process of trying to drive a vehicle at the same time. I think we all take it for granted. We don't realize the distance, the speeds at which we're traveling, and the distance that we actually cover in a very short time frame. So that momentary glance at a phone or to answer a phone takes your eyes off of the road, and you travel a tremendous distance, and a lot can happen during that distance that you're going to be unable to react to.
We notice a lot more collisions are being caused by distracted drivers, a lot of serious collisions. To the point now it's encroaching and taking over from drinking and driving as a leading cause of death. The penalties the province has put in place are reflecting the seriousness of it. The fine is now $490 for a minimum, that's the minimum fine, up to $1,000. And also 3 demerit points off your license. If you're a young driver, like that this organization targets, you will face a 30-day suspension if you're charged with using a cell phone while driving. You have to have a Bluetooth device or a hands-free device, and the key word there is hands-free. Holding your phone while it's on speakerphone is not hands-free. It has to be mounted to the vehicle to use it, to touch it. You can touch it momentarily if it's mounted to the vehicle. But to use it other than that, and use it in your hand, you have to be legally parked. You must not be in motion, and you can't be obstructing traffic. So you can't use it at a stop sign, you can't use it at a red light. You got to say to yourself, well, can I park here where I am right now? And if you can't, then you can't be using your phone, and using again means holding it.
We cannot do two things at the same time with full attention. And most of us think we're better drivers than we are, and most of us think we can multitask. But in reality, we can't. And that's why there's a rise in terms of distracted driving. For fatalities for the past 5 years, it's been increasing in Ontario, and we want to just bring awareness to the fact that you need to stay fully focused and engaged while driving.
So when you're out driving, make sure you stay focused to the task so you're less of a danger to yourself or others. For more information on distracted driving and ways to help prevent it, you can visit the Young Drivers website at www.yd.com. Reporting for Go on Shaw TV, I'm Christian LeMay.